So process that to give you a feel for time. Okay. And so now a big impact event happened at the end of the Cretaceous, a big meteor impact in Chicxulub in the Mexican Yucatan Peninsula. And the Alvarez father-son duo described that very well. It put out an iridium anomaly around the world that we measure at the end of the Cretaceous and could see. And I remember being in grad school at the University of Michigan at that time, the early 80s. And they came to speak, and we were all so smart, we grad students. We had T-shirts made that showed an incoming meteor and dinosaurs looking up saying, "Oh, shit." And we thought, a meteor killed the dinosaurs, right? Well, that was right. It had the fallout from that. And we didn't, as grad students, we didn't know much, did we? In fact, I didn't even learn about plate tectonics in undergraduate. That's how far back I go. So we are always learning. So the point here is, yes, there have been long cycles of changes in greenhouse gases, CO2 being one of those gases, methane and others as well. If you come into the more nearer term, not to today yet, but let's say the last 5 million years, we've seen about 50 glacial interglacial cycles, and they're pretty well documented. Okay. In the last million years, 10 of those. And what I mean by that is over every 100,000 years or so, ice comes down from the north. Canada is completely under ice, and parts of the northern U.S., Wisconsin, Michigan, parts of New York City, very well documented. Under ice, and I don't mean a little ice, 1,000 to 2,000 feet up to a mile of ice for 80,000 years. And then for about 20,000 years, it warms, and the ice recedes, and we have an interglacial period like the one we're living in now. And so during that interglacial period, and it started about 18,000 years ago, we see the ice melt, which means sea level starts to rise. and I'm talking about rates like the movies. The Gulf of Mexico here in Texas was over 300 feet lower than it is today, just 20,000 years ago. And it started to rise 1 to 2 centimeters a year. Almost an inch a year vertical. This is a very rapid rise and flooded the coastal plain of Texas.